All right, folks, today we are going to dive into the wonderful world of trusts.
Trusts.
This really is Shannon's wheelhouse. She does these daily, almost hourly, wouldn't you say, Shannon?
I don't know if there's that many, but yes. Yes.
Yeah, really not, but we do quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think it's more and more people have trusts, so there's a lot of little ins and outs, and Shannon's going to break down everything in relation to trusts.
So when it comes to mortgage lending, there's really only two things that we deal with trust. So first one is trust income. Second one is holding title in the name of the trust. It's a very common question we get is, can I hold title in the name of the trust? So we're going to start with that one. The answer to that is yes, you can hold title in the name of a trust. However, we have to see your full trust documents, and they have to go to our attorneys for review to make sure they meet Fannie or Freddie guidelines, or FHA or VA or whatever you're doing. So keep that in mind. If you want to close in the name of a trust, you need to let us know up front that, and you also need to provide those documents. And sometimes, you know, depending on the size of the trust or what's going on there, can be a little bit tricky. So just keep that in mind. We need the trust documents.
Yeah, the sooner the better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it takes a few days for legal review, and then voila, you're approved, and we close in the name of your trust. So that's
perfect.
Easy.
Yep.
Trust income is usable income for us and can be a great source of income. So a lot of times people have trusts and they receive income from it monthly. There's a few different ways we can verify that. So you can get, if you have trust tax returns and K-1s, we can use those showing how much you've been getting over the last few years. Usually we do need a letter from the trustee verifying how much is in the trust, verifying that you're going to continue getting that income. That's probably the most common thing we need. We don't see the trust tax returns a ton because usually those types of trusts have multiple members and not every member has access to those tax returns. It's not do or die if you can't get those, so don't stress about it if you're like, ooh, I could never get my trust tax returns. It's fine. It's pretty common. So yeah, so a letter from the trustee just verifying all of those components, the frequency, how much you get, and showing that you have been receiving that amount of income. And use trust income for qualifying. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so basically, you know, it sounds like a lot when you hear trust, but really, as Shannon said, just a couple things we need, and it's pretty standard, so no worries. But if you are in that area of trust, just reach out to us initially early, right? Just so we can get ahead of it. And so it doesn't have this thing a week before closing and we're trying to run through all the trust stuff. That would not be great.
Trusts are really not that hard, but they do involve other people. The trustees sometimes, attorneys to review trust docs. So when you're waiting on other people, it's always good to kind of do this stuff ahead of time and get ahead of the game. Yep,
so we appreciate it as always. And again, if you have anything with trusts, find this video, go through it. If you still have questions, reach out. Shannon and I are more than happy to help.
Yeah, have a great day.
So as you can see, that kind of puts a little bow on the trust, right, Shannon? Do you have anything to add to that?
You can trust that we'll take care of you.
See what she did there?
I'm not good with puns.
I like it.